Hi guys, welcome back to Tech with TJ. Today what I got for you is Christmas gifts that are under $500. So this is going to be in between that range of $300 to $500. But yeah, this is kind of like you're trying to spend a lot of money. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing I have for you guys today are the DJI Mic 3. These are really good wireless microphones. They can work with iPhone, camera, Android, so pretty much any device that you have. They have, where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. They have really small microphone clips, and they have magnets on them too, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, they're just some small microphones that sound really good from a well-known brand, and yeah, they're 330 bucks. This is the Xtra Muse, I believe is how you say this. It's their vlogging camera, 4K 120 frames. This is really cool. So it's kind of like a clone of the DJI, and from what I've seen, they do everything pretty much the exact same. Actually, some people believe that this is a company by DJI to get around the tariffs and all that. So I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but for 500 bucks, this is a really good price. And if you do a lot of filming outside, or you want to film YouTube videos and don't necessarily want to get like a camera, this would be something cool to pick up. These are the Sony XM6. I'm gonna skip over their long name for them. These are really good. They have just really good sound. This is kind of a neat little bundle pack that I found, where it has like a case, some earbuds. It's kind of just something cool. It's got 2-year protection, but yeah, this is just something neat that I thought was cool. It's under $500. Apple AirPods Max. So these are Apple's headphones. I thought I'd throw these in here because they're under $500 and they're really good. I've heard they're pretty heavy though, and that's kind of what the issue everyone has with them, is that they sound good but they're heavy, and so you can't wear them for a long time. But they're under $500. The Meta Quest 3. So this is the VR headset. This is one of their newer ones. I've heard really good things about this. It's under $500. Yeah, like I said, I think it's a good price, and like I said, I just heard really good things about it. The Nintendo Switch. This is the OLED model. So this is not. This is just a good gift, I guess, to people for if you like Switch games. It's got the OLED screen. This is the Splatoon 3 edition. Only reason I chose this, I thought the controller looks cool in the docking station. But yeah, if you like Nintendo games, this is a pretty good pickup. Kind of going along with console stuff, here we got the PS5. It's under $500. This is pretty cool, so you can play your PS5 games. Then Xbox. So Xbox kind of actually raised their prices recently, and so the Series X is actually over $500, which I think is honestly crazy, and I'm an Xbox person. So here's a Series S though for $400. I think the S for $400, if you can maybe catch it on a sale for like $300, is a good sale. But anyways, if you really want to play Xbox games, this is a good device to have. Like I said, this is the most expensive price range, so kind of wanted to put some luxury items here. This is by Tumi, I believe. It's their backpack, so this would be a neat like tech backpack for you to carry all your items and things like that. It just looks really cool. I have a wallet by them that was not anywhere near this price, but they make really good stuff, and I like their design. They look kind of like a luxury brand, and they're just really well built. But yeah, this is also by Tumi. It's on sale though, 40% off, so $357. This is kind of like a lightweight backpack, so not as big, but it can still carry a ton of stuff. I like the design of it. I think it looks cool, and yeah, it's like I said, $357. I went with a different backpack too, in case you didn't like the options that I showed. This is by NOMATIC. It's a 40 liter, so pretty big backpack. I like this one because it's kind of like square shaped, so you can fit a ton of stuff in there. But yeah. So this is an Alienware monitor. It's 34 inches. It's OLED, 165 Hz, and it's 1440p. But the main thing I chose this is because it's OLED, and I think this is a good price for an OLED monitor, especially for that ultra wide 34 inches. But yeah, this is a 4K monitor, so it's 160 Hz. It's not OLED, but it's by a good brand by ASUS, and yeah, it's just a really nice monitor, so I thought I'd include this for $429. This is by KTC. If you guys don't know who KTC is, I've kind of learned a lot about them, and they make a lot of monitors, like their parts for other companies. One of them being Samsung, is who apparently they do a lot of work for. So this is actually usually they just started selling their monitors, so you can get them for a cheaper price. So this is their 27-inch. It's mini LED, 4K, 160 Hz, or 1080 at 320. So I thought that was pretty neat. So you can, choose between, like, let's say you are gaming at the time, well, you can change it to that 1080p 320 Hz to get, the fastest refresh rate. Well, then when you watch, YouTube videos, you can change it back to your 4K 160. Yeah, it's just something neat that I thought would, be cool to show. So in this price range, you can actually get some decent mini PCs, and by decent, this is actually really over the top one. So this is by MINISFORUM. It's Core i9, 14 cores, 32 gigs of RAM, and a terabyte of storage. It's got two 2.5 gigabit gigabit Ethernet ports, so that's pretty neat. I like that. Most PCs now have 2.5. It's very small, and as you can see, you can change out the RAM if you want, change out the SSD if you want. It can apparently also fit a 2.5-inch SATA drive too if you have that. But yeah, it's just a solid mini PC, especially if you're looking for something just to have that's maybe you can get away with some like emulation games, things like that. But you're not gonna play AAA titles on this, of course. But it'll be a really good PC for those that need one for like work or school or something like that. This is by ASUS. It's a little spec down with the Ryzen 7, 32 gigs of RAM and a terabyte of storage. I just thought this would be neat to show too, because it's $100 less, but you don't lose too much performance, I would say. But still, just that small form factor, something to have just on your desk that doesn't take up a lot of room. This is honestly the best choice, and I'm not just saying that because I like Apple, but I mean I do like Apple, but they have that M4 chip that they have is one of the fastest on the market, and for it to be under $500 in a device like this is pretty cool. So it's got 16 gigs of RAM, only 256 gigs of storage, but you get just that ease of use, Apple quality, and peace of mind knowing that this is one of their newest chips and all that, so you'll have a lot of support for it. So now kind of to phones. So with this price range, you can get the 14 Pro, 256 gigs of storage, and this is in that cool like purple color that they have. This is refurbished, but it's by Amazon. So if you guys don't know, Amazon has their own renewed store, and I tend to buy from there if I'm going to buy anything used. So it's pretty good. I have this one too from their renewed store. This is the 15 Pro, 128 gigs of storage, but this is from AT&T, so I believe you have to go with AT&T. The other one is unlocked, so you can choose whatever provider you want. This one I believe you have to go with AT&T, but you get the 15 Pro. This is the Samsung Galaxy A56, 256 gigs of storage, 120 Hz. This is one of their newest models too, and I really like this. It looks neat. Kind of looks like an iPhone, to be honest with you, but I really like the screen. I've heard the screen is just amazing in how it looks. But yeah, then here's their Galaxy S23 Ultra. I found this from the renewed store, so 512 gigs of storage. It comes with a pencil, which is kind of neat, I guess, if you need that. But the main thing just is that it's by Samsung, so if you're not an Apple person, I gave you some options. And then this is the last but not least kind of thing. This is the Pixel 9a. So this is pretty neat. It's by Google. I've heard really good things about this. I've heard that they've gotten better with every iteration of phone that they have. 128 gigs. Just a good phone, ease of use, things like that. But yeah, that's kind of all I have for you guys today. It was kind of hard to pick out stuff in this price range, because honestly I don't usually shop in this price range. So that's kind of what I have for y'all. If anything stood out to y'all, like, you know, and you want to comment down what your favorite item was in this list, or if you have an item that you would like to recommend in this price range, you know, please do that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.